as Aaron Boone said, fitting that it would come down to the last day. That's the story of the unpredictable 2021 Yankees season and the final installment, game 162. This was one of the wildest ones yet. Down to the last inning, it's a 1-0 walk-off win against the Tampa Bay Rays to clinch a spot in the wild card game on Tuesday against the Red Sox. It perfectly encapsulates what this year has been. Dominant pitching, 9 scoreless innings at the plate, and the offense finding a flair for the dramatic just when they need it most. Last night, that flash came from first a Rougned Odor single, then a Rizzo single, and one more from Aaron Judge, the leader, the captain, the only guy you could really expect that from. His first walk-off hit brings Tyler Wade across home plate and sends the Yankees to the playoffs.
You know, you got to enjoy those moments, enjoy those experiences, because, you know, very few guys that get a chance to play in the major leagues get that opportunity and get this, you know, special moment to share with their team. You know, when you grind out 162 games and, you know, get this opportunity to continue playing into October, it's something special. You know, you never want to take it for granted. You never want to, you know, just say, oh, it's just a wild card, or it's just a, you know, playoff berth. You know, you got to enjoy every moment. You know, and we know our ultimate goal is, you know, not just to get in, but you know, it was a good celebration. But, you know, now it's, you know, time to go back to work. Now the season begins. You know, all that other stuff, those 162, that was spring training. You know, now it's time to get to the regular season and get this thing rolling.
Now, something Bob Klapisch said in the Zoom room after the game was that this felt like an extra innings game all day, and that was very much the case. I thought the momentum was going to swing with whoever struck first. For a while, that looked to be the Rays, as Michael Wacha shut down the Yankees, 5 scoreless innings. He's really been a thorn in their back all season long. Randy Arozarena trotted all the way to third, picking up his historic 20 home run, 20 steal season. But the Rays, you could see they wanted this one, and they weren't going to give it away, which meant the Yankees had to earn it, and that they did, keeping a 0 on the scoreboard just long enough for them to pull through with the win. So many names you can credit for this outcome, and Aaron Boone hit on them all. First, it was Jameson Taillon, giving the Yankees 3 1/3 scoreless innings. Then the bullpen, Wandy Peralta, Chad Green, Clay Holmes, Jonathan Loaizaga, and Aroldis Chapman, shutout innings across the board. There were jams, there were scares, there were moments when things looked like they might turn the other way, but the bullpen was phenomenal, making it so just a single run was all that was needed to win this one.
You know, I was prepared for anything with JMO. It might have been 4 hitters. It might have been 9 or 10. He gives us 13 hitters. Then you could roll everyone and not overtax anyone. But then they all got to go in and do their job too. And they did that really well today.
And then there are those contributors in the ninth who put this one away. Rougned Odor, who's been such a leader, such a consistent force and a person on this team all year long, providing the spark to set up that walk-off. And Boone credited him as such a consistent person, like I mentioned, saying that he really did feel happy for him, the guy to get this run started. And then the magistrate, the guy who had the final say, Aaron Judge. Boone summed it up perfectly as a great regular season for Aaron Judge, capped off fittingly. Really a fitting end to the season in general. But there's one play today that really stands out more than most, and that was Gio Urshela making one of the greatest hustle plays you're ever going to see. He runs full speed at a ball in foul territory. I'm sure you've all seen it by now in the 6th. Makes the catch, goes flying into the dugout. It was exhilarating. It was scary, a lot of passion, and it was terrifying. That's a lot of the words that you heard from Yankee players, but you can use any adjective you want. I'll call it just a will to win above all, really on display.
Just trying to make every play, trying to make the out. You know, the Tampa Bay, they got a really good team. We know trying to give away out. Just trying to do my best to make those plays.
His injury could have been worse. Fortunately, it was nothing more than a few bruises. He'll be banged up, but thinks he'll be good to go for the wild card. And all those conversations around hustle the other day, I think this was a sign of how bad this team really wants it. And a diving stop from Gleyber Torres just a few innings earlier to save a couple runs. I think one more example of that. At the end of the day, the Yankees' problems are still there. That's the one thing I do want to bring up about this. Today's game was a reminder of that. It took 9 innings for a run to cross the plate. But there's more to it. There's something else to this team. There's that thing you can't describe, that analytics can't pick up, that creates wins, and that makes those postseason propositions just a little more interesting, because you think if they get on a run, what's going to happen? And we'll find out what that story is on Tuesday. All of those dramatic scenarios of a 4-way tie, regular season baseball beyond today, they go out the window. The Yankees take care of business. So too do the Red Sox, who just looked out of it for a moment against Washington, but took care of business. They won 7-5. Both finished 92 and 70, and the Red Sox host a wild card game in Boston on Tuesday is something that Jameson Taillon is really looking forward to.
Yeah, I mean, you can feel that the Yankees Red Sox is a little different. I've never experienced anything like it. Obviously, coming from the NL Central, there's nothing like it. So Red Sox Yankees, even regular season back in June, felt different. So I'm sure this will be a crazy game. Fenway last weekend? They brought it. All 3 games, the fans were on their feet for every single pitch there at the end of the game. So it's going to be exciting. No one I'd rather have on the mound than Garrett Cole. So I feel like we're in a good spot.
And just like that, the 2021 regular season reaches an end. Regular, an important word there, because despite how dire things looked just a few months ago, the Yankees reached that benchmark once again. They make the playoffs. And if 162 games, with the Yankees needing every single second of them, were any indication, the excitement has only just begun. Until next time, reporting on the New York Yankees, I'm Alex Wolz, WFUV Sports.